Hi guys, Kel here again from tanktime.co.uk and Kel's Aquariums. Just a quick look at my 200 litre dual Lido, my community tank. As you can see, there is plenty of nice green Anubias leaves in there. Just zoom in a bit, you can just, oh, there's a car in the way. And just the tail of my ancestress. But the real reason I'm doing an update, the light's a bit bright on it. A bit of particles in my water. That's because that pump there is just pumping stuff about. You can see the moss that I tarred to the piece of redmoor is finally taking hold. As you can see, it's wrapping itself around it all very well. You know, all the areas at the top where there used to be wood, I used to be able to see the wood. It's just a big carpet of moss. It is weeping moss, so as it grows it'll sort of grow down. You can see the floor of my tank at the top and the crazy, let me get a bit down and zoom in again. The crazy amount of duckweed that is growing up there now. That really did take some getting going, that duckweed in there. All my other tanks I've had duckweed in, it just goes mental because it is very invasive. But this one, for some reason, just would not get going. I had loads in, it died off, loads in, died off. Then randomly the stuff that remained has now took over and gone mental. Because those who watch my better tank videos, my little fighting fish, I pretty much mention every time I do a video on that I have to remove a full 3/4 of the surface worth of duckweed every time. Because that is really, really invasive in that one. So yeah, not too much going on. Danios are doing alright. One of my Danios lost half its tail somehow, that one there anyway. Try and get some down in there. That one. Got a female, as you can see, still missing half and a bit of blood. Nasty bloody tail and everything. Don't know what happened to it, but I got it out of this tank, put it into my hospital tank and tried it with some Isha just to, you know, stop fungus and stuff. Kept her in there for a week and a bit, and then put her back in here, and she's, you know, back in the saddle. Her tail looks good again. No blood, you know. She's eating well, eating real well. They're all greedy. So not much happening. There's the tank. So it's looking all right at the minute. Not much happening, like, but you know. I'm just going to go around the side of it in a sec, show you around there, and then I'm going to show you the little hospital tank where I put me polyfish. Oh, there's some big flashing, look at that. I'm warding people off, that guy. There's going to be some spawning action. I'd try and zoom in on him, but look at it, the tiny fish and the fast. I ain't got the skills. Especially in auto mode. If I was in manual I'd have a chance. But I'm lazy and I'm in auto, so. But yeah, as you can see, all nice and green. And doing well. Everything seems well. My ancestress, I was hoping he was out because he's massive. Anyway, I'm going to go around the other side. Be back in a sec. So, there's the side view of the tank. As you can see, there's some in the back right corner. The Eco Complete goes right around there. There's a little bulb that got real massive at one point, but it's a bit flimsy, and that pump across the way just raved it to bits. But yeah, there's the side view on the redmoor. I'm burning my arm on an actual light because there's another tank right below my arms. Just realised my arm was getting real toasty. But yeah, I'll get back on subject. There's a side view of the redmoor with the moss on it. You can see the shrimps are generally underneath that a lot of the time. I'm just wondering if I could see one. Don't know. I'm just going to move slightly because burning. There's some crazy roots and some corridors, my albanos. They're good fish. I'm a big fan of them. But yeah, so there's sort of the side view of the tank. It's a reasonably wide one. It's I think about 55-60 deep. centimetres that is. Yeah, a few moss balls, some inky stones. It's redmoor wood. Well, I don't know if for those people who are new to my tank, maybe seeing this one for the first time, I built this tank going back. So I just burning my arm fully underneath on them LEDs there. Just a quicker setup. The grass does need cutting again. But yeah, look how crazy that plant's growing out of my tank. It's doing well, isn't it? Look at that. The grass is a right mess. I was due to cut it on Friday, but a mate of mine who works offshore was home, so we had a drink instead. So I'll do it next week. Sammy's algae eating, and he's gone. I don't know where I was going. Oh yeah, so I'm back on the front. But I don't know what I was going to say. Always going off on tangents. So that's me tank. I really didn't like this tank for a long time, just because of the depth of it. I mean, that one there, as you can see, it's only half the height of this one. The maintenance on that is just sweet. It's really easy, no bother. This one, that's what I was on about. I was on about maintenance when I first built this tank. Right, I'm back. Didn't mean to be, but I'm back. So, because it's so deep, it can be a ball ache to get right down and get it all clean. No plants are planted in the ground in this tank anymore. There used to be some like pygmy Amazon swords there, some chain swords, but that's all gone. The beauty of this tank is if you need to clean it, all them plants up to sort of where the centre of the camera is now, everything apart from a couple of little plants attached to filter media, which is what the orange stuff is, in case you're wondering. Just lift out, you just hold that, it's like an handle, you pull that and all of that to the centre of camera now comes out. And that one, that piece of wood there, pull that, that's out as well, then it is fully a bare tank at that point. Obviously that's just on a sucker at the back. A couple of little Anubias and the weeping moss. And it's just real easy to maintain if you need to give it a good honest clean. Right, I'm going to go and have a quick look at my hospital tank, and I might come back. So, welcome back guys. So this is in one of my spare bedrooms in my house, and this is, you can't really see too much in there, just give me, sorry about that. This is my gear cupboard, so well, there's a Dremel in there, but other than that it's pretty much all fish tank stuff. Oh, some games there, but, and there's all my buckets with all my gear in for cleaning all my tanks. I have a bucket per tank with the gear for that tank in, and there's a little shelf down the bottom with a little support what I built with this little tank in. So this might be able to hear it. It's a bit noisy, it's not the quietest. When I actually cleaned the filter last time, I took the impeller out and I think I lost a rubber bung what goes on the end of the propeller rod, so I've repaired it with a bit of PFT tape. But yeah, as you can see, I use it to grow some plants in while it's not being used as a hospital tank. And even when it is being used as an hospital tank or a quarantine tank, it's not a bare tank, you know, what you're just putting fish in so they've got nowhere to add. Fish generally, in my experience, do a lot better when they've got a bit of decoration in somewhere, something to add behind, some plants to knock about in. That last fish what I just mentioned I put in, that little golden danio, it spent its time sort of knocking about these little gravel pots. I've got no substrate in the bottom, but I've got two like Chinese takeaway tubs with some aqua soil in, and then covered up with just Dorset pea gravel. I've got a cave there which is a bit close to the edge, but that's a little cave, someone can go in with some Java fern on top. So yeah, there's dwarf sage, bit of bogwood, got a couple of catappa leaves in just because, an eater at the back, but it's a real simple tank. I say I've done a review on it. It's a Boyu, which is a cheap Chinese All Pond Solutions thing. The filter I'm going to show you. I ain't got a light in this cupboard. I've just realised I'm going to build one. I'm going to put one in. I'm going to build a light. But it's just a little trickle filter. So the water gets pumped up through this pipe and then just goes through sponges. That's an overflow where the wire for me heat comes out. And then it goes through that green sponge, which is a fine sponge, into a coarse sponge, and then into a real small tray of biological sintered glass media. I'm going to forget to put my torch there. I'm going to go mad at some point. Or crazy. So yeah, this just used to be the cupboard where the house, because it was built in the 70s, had an immersion heater. So when that got tore out, I got myself a big cupboard. And this was in the garage, but you know, it's not clever having heated tanks outside across winter. Even if it was only a 50, it's only a 55 watt heater, but it still adds up because it's on constant. Whereas just in this little cupboard it doesn't hurt, don't even know it's here, no one else uses it. I'll last them go in this one. So yeah, that's just my little quarantine tank. Okay, I'm going back into the other room to have a look at my other two tanks quick, and then we're done. Hello again guys, sorry I've gone back to this tank because my big fat bristle nose is just knocking about under that log. He's come out. He's just gently sat, he ain't getting angry, so all his fins are up. But yeah, he just knocks about down there, either in that cave, or he's built, he's sometimes upside down under there. Under that log there's a real nice, oh he's flapping, he's warding some off. It's them cories, you really don't like these cories. If this one goes near him, you'll see him really attack it. Just chase it off. Don't do it. He does it a lot. Makes me smile, but at the same time he's a bit of a dick. Yeah, they're not going really into his area. Anything who goes under that log, apart from the Siamese algae eater, they're both about the same size, and as a result they just don't bother each other at all. And sort of, if you put a bit of cucumber in, which is what that bit of metal is there, there's a real small amount left, they'll just both take a side of the kiwi and both enjoy it. I've got some stuff in the way there, yeah, sure. But yeah, in fact he might actually be having a go at some of the other side of there. Anyway, or him. Look at him eyeballing us. He loves it. Oh, gonna be some argy-bargy maybe. Nah, they generally don't bother each other, them two. That'll chase every fish in the tank other than him, and he'll chase everything away from his area. Don't get too close. Oh, he's like stuck in some plants. But anyway, my plan. So there is some rosy tetras sort of knock about in here, down the back and underneath all this underneath all these leaves, because that Siamese algae chases them a lot. But yeah, so because I'm not doing an individual one on each of my tanks today, because you know, not to really tell. As normal, plenty of Crystella tetras, which I can't get focused on, but really long out of order grass. You can see it's growing over my rocks, so that'll be getting maintained again. And because I'm having a look, there's nothing in here doing anything. Always looks like an empty tank. There's one little fish there, tiny little. Those all out earlier. I saw about 8. I tried to get my phone out in time, but they'd already gone. They swam sort of right round the tank. But as you can see on my last few videos, I've cleared up. I'm just going to take a seat. No, I'm not, because my camera box is on it. I've cleared the whole front of this tank out because it was just dwarf Sagittaria, the full lot. Every bit of sand was pretty much covered in it, so now it's just at the back and I've got a beach and I get to see my fish more. So that's that one. So not much to report really, apart from I'm getting good growth up there. So thanks for listening to me babble for far too long. Bye.